Well, here we are, 17 weeks later. The season finale of NFL and TSR, at least in the regular season. And we got some great action. It's a triple header today. What's going to be an epic day of football, we hope. First up, we got the Steelers and the Ravens, what might be Ben Roethlisberger's last go-around in Pittsburgh, as the Steelers would need a win and a Colts loss to advance to the playoffs. Ravens need a lot more help. We'll get into that in just a bit. After this, got the 49ers and the Rams. Niners need a win to get into the playoffs. Rams looking to put the finishing touches on the NFC West for the second time in 4 years. The third in last 5 years. All leading up to the main event, NFL Hell in a Cell between the Chargers and the Raiders, as both teams fighting for a wild card spot. So, now Baltimore still in the playoff hunt, but they're going to need a lot of help. They're going to need a win here. They're going to need the Colts to lose to Jacksonville. They're going to need the Dolphins to beat the Patriots later on today. And then they're going to need the Raiders to survive Hell in a Cell to get to the playoffs. So it's going to be a lot needs to happen. It's not unheard of. It could happen, but the pieces of the puzzle have to fall in the right place. It's about 20 minutes to kick off. Here's a look right now at the playoff picture. So right now, the Chiefs won yesterday, so now they need the Titans to fall to the Texans to reclaim the #1 seed in the AFC. As they defeated Denver yesterday, 28-24. Vic Fangio out as Denver head coach. Can't really say I'm surprised, as the Broncos organization continues to be a dumpster fire, as that's now their 5th straight losing season and their 6th straight year missing the playoffs. And then yesterday, the Cowboys disposed of the Eagles 51-26. So the Cowboys now waiting to see if the Panthers and the 49ers can get a hand getting them the #2 seed. So yes, they will have to ask for help from a rival. Eagles right now can only be the 6th seed if the Niners lose and the Saints win. Right now they sit at the 7th seed. So right now, here's how the playoff picture looks. The Chiefs, the #1 seed. Of course, that's depending on what happens in Houston today. Right now, Tennessee would be playing the Chargers. The Colts would head out to Cincinnati for a playoff matchup. Bengals hosting their first playoff game in 6 years. And right now, the Patriots would go to visit Buffalo for a 3rd meeting. While in the NFC, the Eagles would head out to LA to take on the Rams. The Niners and Bucks would go at it as Jimmy Garoppolo gets a chance to show his mentor up. And the Cardinals and Cowboys would go at it again. A rematch of a great matchup last week on TSR. Moving ahead, here's what teams are rocking today. On this, the final week of the season. So yesterday, the Broncos wore the Old Navy, while the Chiefs wore the white jerseys and red pants. The Cowboys, Eagles, standard home and away. Cowboys standard white jerseys, silver pants. Eagles green jerseys, white pants. So start off in Minnesota. Bears going in their white jerseys and navy pants. Vikings purple jerseys, white pants. In the Battle of Ohio, Bengals going white jerseys, black pants. Browns brown jerseys, white pants. Out to Detroit for the Packers and Lions. Packers wearing the white jerseys, yellow pants. Lions going into throwbacks. The Plain silver helmet, the blue jerseys, silver lettering, and the silver pants. Colts going all white in Jacksonville. Jaguars wearing the teal jerseys, white pants. Game I'm calling right here. Steelers, Ravens. Steelers going the road whites, yellow pants. Ravens going in the alternate black jerseys, white pants. While in Houston, Titans going all white for this one. Texans wearing the navy jerseys with the white pants. Washington and the Giants. Washington going in the white jerseys, red pants. Giants, blue jerseys, white pants. Well, in Tampa Bay later on today, the Bucs actually changing it up. They're going in their white jerseys and the pewter pants. Panthers are going to be wearing their black jerseys, pants to be determined. Patriots, Dolphins. Patriots going in their road whites with the blue pants. Dolphins looks like they're wearing their throwback alternate. Saints, Falcons. Saints going to white jerseys, gold pants. Falcons, black jerseys, white pants. Jets, Bills. Jets going all white. Bills going blue jerseys, white pants. Seattle, Arizona. Seattle going to the gray alternates with the Cardinals wearing the red jerseys and the white pants. The game I'm calling later on today, the 49ers and Rams. The Niners going white jerseys, gold pants. Rams going blue jerseys, gray pants. And later on tonight for Hell in a Cell, Chargers going white jerseys, pants to be determined. Raiders going into black and silver. About 15 minutes to kick off. I'm sure King Savage Bro will be joining me today. Watching this. In fact, he'll probably be joining me all day today. So, yeah. I've had a busy week. Wednesday night I called hockey on TSR. Thursday I debuted BattleBots on TSR. Yesterday I called NLL on TSR. Great game between the Georgia Swarm and the Philadelphia Wings. I saw an NAHL game last night where the Maryland Black Bears defeated the New Jersey Titans 4-2. Great job, Bears. Now I'm calling a tripleheader. I've had a busy past 5 days. Needless to say. All right. Inactives for today. At least in the 1 o'clock games. Here we go. All right, let's head out to Ford Field. Inactive for the Packers, cornerback Jair Alexander. Safety Sean Davis. Running back Aaron Jones. Linebacker Devondre Campbell. Lineman, offensive lineman Jake Hansen. Defensive lineman Jack Heflin. And defensive lineman Kingsley Kiki. For the Lions, inactive tackle Penei Sewell. Fullback Jason Cabinda. Tackle Dan Skipper. Running back Jamar Jefferson. Quarterback David Blow. Defensive end Jashawn Cornell. And wide receiver Trinity Benson. Inactive for the Colts and Jaguars. For the Colts, inactive quarterback Brett Huntley, not Brent Huntley, I'm sorry. Wide receiver Mike Strachan. Running back Marlon Mack. Safety Andrew Sadejo. Offensive tackle Eric Fisher. Defensive end Ben Banogu. And guard Will Fries. For the Jaguars, inactive for today. Wide receiver Tavon Austin. Tight end Kahale Waring. Tight end James O'Shaughnessy. And defensive lineman Taven Bryan. Out in the middle, it's inactive for Washington. Defensive end Montez Sweat. Offensive lineman Sajid Charles. Wide receiver Curtis Samuel. Tight end Samus Reyes. Kicker Brian Johnson. Quarterback Garrett Gilbert. And defensive end Nate Orchard. For the Giants, quarterback Mike Glennon. And wide receivers John Ross III and Kadarius Toney. Out to Minnesota, inactive for today for the Bears. Defensive back Duke Shelley. Running back Ryan Nall. Offensive tackle Elijah Wilkinson. Offensive tackle Lashavius Simmons. And defensive lineman Akeem Hicks. For the Vikings, quarterback Kellen Mond. Cornerback Mackenzie Alexander. Cornerback Chris Boyd. Running back Wayne Gallman. Tight end Zach Davidson. Guard Wyatt Davis and defensive tackle Michael Pierce. In Houston, inactive for the Titans, defensive lineman Tier Tart. Defensive lineman Naquan Jones. Linebacker Jayan Brown. Outside linebacker Derek Roberson. Wide receiver Des Fitzpatrick. Defensive back Greg Maben. And offensive tackle Kendall Lamb. For the Texans, inactive, quarterback Deshaun Watson. Wide receiver Chris Conley. Defensive lineman Rondell Carter. Tight end Jordan Akins. Defensive lineman Chris Smith. Defensive lineman Jaleel Johnson. And defensive lineman Derek Rivers. The game we're calling right now. Steelers-Ravens. For the Steelers, inactive. Quarterback Dwayne Haskins. Punter Corliss Waitman. Running back Anthony McFarland. Linebacker Tegray Scales. Tackle Dan Moore Jr. And defensive tackle Carlos Davis. For the Ravens, quarterback Lamar Jackson. Wide receiver James Proche II. Cornerback Anthony Averett. Guard Ben Powers. Tight end Tony Poljan. Nose tackle Isaiah Mack. And linebacker Odafe Away. Out in Cleveland, inactive for this game. Quarterback Joe Burrow. Defensive back Jalen Davis. Defensive lineman Cam Sample. Defensive lineman DJ Reader. Kicker Evan McPherson. Wide receiver T. Higgins. And linebacker Logan Wilson. For the Browns, cornerback Troy Hill. Running back Kareem Hunt. Safety Ronnie Harrison Jr. Safety Richard LeCounte III. Guard Jate Froholt. And defensive tackle Sheldon Day. Rolling around. We got 10 minutes to kick off. I'm going to grab a soda. I'll be back in a minute. One score I am going to be keeping tabs on as the game goes on is Colts-Jaguars, because both teams need the Colts to lose. Colts win automatically finishes things off. They're in. So we got the score pinned right there. You also see my Maryland Black Bears background on my phone. Best team in the NAHL. King Savage. Oh, why am I not surprised to see you here? I missed you Wednesday. I was surprised you didn't join for Blues Penguins. But I trust you had better things to do. But anyway, you're not ready for this. I bet you're not. The fate of your season, as well as the Ravens' season, lies in the hands of the 2-14 Jaguars. Oh, yeah. Thing is, I just don't know which loss the Steelers had that really was the costliest. And I know people will probably say the tie against the Lions. Surprisingly, I think that's the only thing that's keeping the Steelers alive. Ben Roethlisberger's last regular season game in Pittsburgh. I don't know if it's going to be his last in the NFL, but I think the Steelers are ready to move on. Well, claim they're ready to move on, but unless they could do something in the draft or have a free agent in line, yeah, life without Ben is not going to be a pretty sight. And the strange thing is the Steelers had, this possibility was there for the last 4 seasons, and they've done nothing. They've done nothing. I mean, if Ben decides not to retire, I think at best he'll probably be a rent-a-quarterback. The thing is, who would rent him? I mean, maybe the Jets to help Zach Wilson out. I think everywhere in the AFC Central, they got their quarterback situation set. Maybe Houston, although Davis Mills starting to emerge as quarterback. I'd say it's most like his last season. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, honestly, I thought he was done in 2019. After that injury, I thought 37 years old, a season-ending injury like that, he's done. And somehow he was not. So right now, the loser obviously out. The Steelers need a win and a Colts loss, and for Hell in a Cell not to end in a tie. I think we already had our NFL tie for the year, and the Steelers were the one that got it. So I don't think we have to worry about that. But Ravens need a lot more. Well, folks, if you are at the game, it's going to be cold, rainy, and miserable. Calling for rain all game. Maybe if the game goes into overtime, the rain will lighten up a little bit. Not a lot of wind, though. Just like most between 3 and 4 miles an hour. But so it's going to be a slop fest. And TJ Watt needs 2 to break this record. Yeah, he has been something this year. Yeah, of course, being the younger brother of JJ Watt. I think I read that JJ Watt might be back for the playoffs of the Cardinals, which would be a huge shot in the arm for them. He might be the only Watt in the playoffs. Watt just needs 1 sack to tie Michael Strahan's single-season record in 2001. One that's a little bit controversial because remember 2001, that was when week 2 was postponed due to 9/11, so it got moved to week 17. It was week 17. So everything in the 2001 regular season got moved up a week. And by that point, the Packers had nothing to really lose or gain. And they were already ahead in the game. So Brett Favre pretty much walked right into Michael Strahan and allowed him to get the sack. And that was controversial because, if this game was played in actual week 2, back in September, he would not have done that. And I think I agree. He figured at this point, the game was in hand. Of course, at that point, he wouldn't have known he needed that 1 sack for the record. So I don't think he would have done that. But yeah, under a lot of controversy. Of course, this one will be asterisks as well because people say, well, he only got that because he got the 18th game. But he got that extra game in 2021. But how was it any different than records that were broken from 1978 to last season in the 16-game season, where prior to 1978 there was only 14 games played. So I mean, if you asterisk it, that's kind of, it's broken logic. I mean, but anyway. Kickoff on the other side of the break here on your home for the NFL. Set to kick it off in Charm City. Both teams fighting for their season here. Of course, it's going to be null and void if the Colts win in Jacksonville, but both teams fighting for their season still, as well as getting bragging rights. Steelers looking for a sweep for the second straight year. And it would be second. Be the fourth one that Ben Roethlisberger gets in his career. 2008, 2017, 2020, and then this. Ravens just looking to try to salvage a split, at least have a winning record with a fifth straight season. Last time they had a losing season, you have to go back to 2015, when they were a dismal 5-11. Injuries plagued that, much like this year's team. Injuries plagued them. These two teams met 5 weeks ago in Week 13. The Ravens were sitting at 8-3, and they had the best record in the AFC. Steelers were clinging for dear life. Ravens pulled within 1 point. John Harbaugh decided to roll the dice, go for 2. It did not pan out. It seemed like it set the tone as the Ravens had tumbled ever since there. The Steelers managed to keep their season alive with a win over Cleveland on Monday night last night, as well as 3 weeks ago. We're down 10 to them. Clawed back to take that one 19-13. Thanks to the defense holding the Titans on 4th down inside Steeler territory. For the Steelers, It's their 5th appearance on TSR. They are batting .500. Of course, one of their wins, they're 2-2 by the way. One of their wins came against Baltimore last year as I called this game. They stopped Lamar Jackson on 4th down, which helped them seal the deal. Well, prevented them from scoring, and the deal was officially sealed when Minka Fitzpatrick played defense in the end zone to seal the victory for the Steelers 28-24. Their 5th appearance. The Ravens, it's their 5th appearance this season. They are batting .500 as well. Oh, no, 6th appearance. I'm sorry, this is their 6th. They've had 5 previous ones. Lost to the Raiders on opening night, Monday night opener. Beat the Chiefs Sunday Night Football the following week. Beat the Bears back in November. Lost to the Packers 4 weeks ago. And then last week, lost to the Rams. So they're 2-3. They are career. Oh boy, I'm going to get in trouble. 2-7 on TSR. They were 0-4 last year. Even to the point where Raven fans were telling me, stop calling our games. And it's like, not my fault. Tucker set to kick it away. We're underway in Baltimore today. And a return by McLeod. McLeod breaking through up to the 35 to the 39-yard line. Oh, I need my And here comes Big Ben for likely the final time. And what a career he's had. One of the teams he's had great success against was these Baltimore Ravens. And a lot of Steeler fans making the trip east of 70 to Baltimore to pay respect for Ben. What's likely his final game as he's behind center on 1st and 10. And the call's to Harris, and Harris will go nowhere. In fact, Roethlisberger made his first appearance in the NFL in a game against Baltimore in 2004. We had to come in relief for an injured Tommy Maddox. And that propelled the Steelers to a 15-1 record. Even though they lost that game to Baltimore, he went on to win 14 straight to close out the regular season. Well, they gave him 1, so 2nd and 9. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. And calls to Harris up the middle. He'll get maybe a yard on the play. Third down and 8. Roethlisberger in the shotgun and empty backfield. Drops back. Looking, fires, passes, caught. That's Harris, but he's going to be short of the first down. He only got up to the 44-yard line. So the Ravens defense coming out strong as they force a punt. And looks like Harris a little bit slow to get up. Ooh, it looked like he almost got broken in half there. And punts away. And fair caught at the 20-yard line by DuVernay. I never marked. Ravens had the Steelers had the ball. Now the Ravens have the ball. Huntley in the pistol formation. Play action. Looking, rolling to his right. Being chased down, and he's going to get a yard. Ran out of bounds. 21. Oh, I gave him the 22, so it would be 2nd and 8. Coming. Huntley dropping back, fires, passes, caught, but tackled almost immediately. It's Bateman. He got, looks like 3 on the play. Set up 3rd and 5. Huntley in the shotgun. Ravens 37.4% on 3rd down. And that's caught. It's Bateman. Bateman up past the 40, the 43-yard line. It's going to move the chains. Bateman 2 catches, 22 yards, has both receptions from Huntley. He's in the shotgun on 1st and 10. And DuVernay on the end around. And he'll get up to about the 46-yard line, so he gets a gain of 3 on the play. Oh, they only gave him the 45. That's 46. I was right. So it was at the 44 then it started. Huntley in the shotgun. Drops. Hey, he lost the ball! But he falls back on it. Now he lost it again! And the ball's still up for grabs! Who's got it? And the Steelers got it! Oh, my! And was that what? Was that what? If that's so, he tied the record. Well, first of all, a bad snap by Bozeman. Huntley unable to handle it. And if he had just stayed down, it worst would have just been a big loss, but he tried to get up and make a play. And yeah, that was what? So he ties the record. Oh my goodness. All Huntley had to do was just fall on it, stay on the ground. It just would have been a huge loss, but he tried to make something happen, and that was the mistake. Yeah. 22.5 sacks for T.J. Watt. You see right there, if Huntley stays on the ground, at worst, it's a big loss, but instead, I don't even know who truly recovered it. I don't know how they said Steeler ball because there was so many bodies on it. But that's the verdict. Roethlisberger behind center. Play action. Looking. Fires, passes caught. Up past the 30-yard line. And that is number 81, Zach Gentry. Up the 28-yard line. Roethlisberger behind center. And a call to Benny Snell. Snell to the left side to the 25 to around the 23. So a gain of 5 on the play. Roethlisberger behind center on 2nd and 5. 18 straight years with a 500 or better record in Pittsburgh. And here's Snell up the middle. Getting up to about the 14-yard. Oh, yep, the 14. That's going to move the chains. Steelers 55.3% red zone touchdowns this season, 22nd in the NFL. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Drops back, looking, fires, passes, incomplete. Tried for Claypool. Oh, apparently it was apostrophe in 10, not first and 10. I'm sorry, hit the wrong button. Steelers have won 3 of their last 4 trips to Baltimore. And this was after losing 4 straight. This Roethlisberger's behind center on 2nd and 10. And the call's to Harris. And Harris, I'll make that Snell goes nowhere. And it looked like Calais Campbell, the first one in there. Third and 11 upcoming. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. They've been 39.2% on third down this year, 18th in the NFL. Drops back, fires, passes, caught. That's Johnson. Johnson inside the 5. It's going to be close. And Johnson slow to get up. Let's see. Great catch. Chuck Clark met him up right at the first down line. It looked like he might have fumbled. I think that's what the Ravens were saying. He fumbled. That should be our ball. Well, it's going to be marked just short. Step aside. We got 7:02 to go in the opening quarter. No score here on your home for the NFL. Quick look at scores elsewhere in the NFL. In the Meadowlands, Washington holding a 3-0 lead. That game just 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Meanwhile, score that both Baltimore and Pittsburgh are paying attention to. The Jaguars drawing first blood. They lead it 6-0 with 7:48 to go in the opening quarter. Bears lead the Vikings 3-0. That's just a little under 10 minutes to go in the opening quarter. And the Packers jumping out to a 6-0 lead with 7:42 to go in the opening quarter. Back in Baltimore, Steelers have it 4th and 1 at the 5. As just mentioned a few moments ago, Jaguars up 6-0. Both teams needing the Colts to lose to stay alive. Steelers needing a win and a Colt lose to clinch a wild card spot, whether it be the 7th or 6th. I think it's just going to be the 7th seed is the best they're going to do. 4th and 1, the Steelers going to roll the dice. Vintage Mike Tomlin here, but Steelers have been 9 of 20 on 4th downs this season. Not exactly money in these situations. And, well, looks like the option of going for it on 4th down may have went out the window as somebody moved early. So it looks like that's going to send out Boswell. And Benny Snell, the guilty party. So Boswell for a 28-yard try from the left hash. Snap, kick, up, and got it. Steelers drawing first blood in Baltimore today. 6:06 to go in the opening quarter. Steelers 3, Ravens nothing. Here on your home for the NFL. Back in Baltimore, Steelers up 3-0 following the Boswell field goal, all set up by the Watt strip sack, which now ties Michael Strahan's record back in 2001 of 22.5 sacks. So Watt just needs a half a sack to break the record Another look back at that win back in Week 13. Steelers escaped 2019. It seemed like that's where the Ravens free fall started. As Boswell will kick it off. And returned by DuVernay. To 25, to the 30, probably past the 30 to about the 31, it looks like. And that's where the Ravens will start. Let's see. So, CBS once again doing a simulcast on Nickelodeon. Looks like it's going to be Sunday, so look for me to call that one. And I may or may not be watching it on Nickelodeon. Or oh, who am I kidding? I probably will. And you probably will also, so don't deny it. All right, first and 10 from the 31. Huntley in the shotgun. And looked like everyone on the line for the Ravens moved early, so that's going to back them up. So Ravens clinching scenarios, they need a win. They need the Colts to lose. They need the Dolphins to lose. And they need the Chargers to lose. So they're going to be watching football all day if they have to. Although, strangely enough, I don't think Patriots-Dolphins is being shown in Baltimore. They're showing Jets-Bills for some reason. Unless they changed that. Huntley drops back. Fires, passes. Caught. That's Andrews right around the 39. So getting a good chunk of that yardage back. Yep, when you need a big play, look for number 89 for the Ravens. Especially with all the injuries to the receivers, he's had to step up in a big way this year. The Ravens' best tight end since Todd Heap. And calls to Freeman. He'll get the first down up to about the 42-yard line. Scratch that, make that Murray. This will come up on 5 minutes ago here in the opening quarter. Glad you could join me here today on TSR for some epic NFL action. Got football all day. Huntley in the pistol with Murray in the backfield. And play action. Looking. Scrambling to his right. He's going to go right into trouble. And he's going to be taken down at the 41. As that's Cameron Hayward, who will bring him down. It will be a loss of 1. He looked like he was going to escape danger. But not quite fast enough. Was scrambling to his right. Nearly ran into his own lineman. Oh, they actually called it a loss of 2. So, knocked back to the 40. Huntley in the shotgun. Drops back. Looking. Fires. Passes. Intercept! No! Is it intercepted? No, they're going on as if it was up to the 46 of the Ravens. And that is, I didn't see who came down, 34. Terrell Edmonds. They're calling it an interception. Let's see. Was tried for Andrews. Floated it just a little too far for him. This is a gray area because he had it going down, and as he got up, he lost it. Let's take another look. Great job with the diving pick. All right, looks like the ball never hit the ground. And when it does, it's as he's getting up. So it is going to be called an interception. Steelers defense coming up big again. Still in the first. Still a 3-point game, and still your home for the NFL. Steelers forcing another turnover as they take over at their 34-yard line after Huntley just floated a little too far for Mark Andrews, and Terrell Edmonds with a great pick. Right now it's under review, though. So let's listen in. Oh, nope. And they did confirm it, so they didn't have to really go to replay. Roethlisberger behind center. And it calls to Snell right side. Getting about 2 on the play. Roethlisberger behind center on 2nd and 8. Steelers 42 total yards. Ravens 41. And it calls to Snell. Getting up to about the 38-yard line. Set up 3rd and 6. Steelers 0 for 2 on 3rd down today. Average yards to go is 9.5. So this is a 3rd and 6 upcoming. Roethlisberger in the shotgun on an empty backfield. He drops back, looking, fires, passes, caught right past the 1st down marker. It's Freiermuth. I'm sure he's made plenty of friends here from his days at Penn State when they played Maryland down I-95, College Park. Roethlisberger in the shotgun on 1st and 10. They got caught at the 45-yard line. And they get the snap off. They're going on. Roethlisberger looking. Fires the heave. Intercepted! And the Ravens defense coming up big. As that is Geno Stone. And what the hell are you doing? Nah. Final week of the season, I've made my point about this. So if they want to continue to defy me, then that's on them. Ravens defense answering the bell. 94 seconds to go in the opening quarter. It's still the Steelers 3, Ravens nothing. This is your home for the NFL. Some score updates from around the NFL. Packers lead the Lions 7-0. Jaguars leading the Colts 7-0. Both of them made their extra points on touchdowns. That's so far it. Back in Baltimore, Ravens defense making a play as they pick off Ben Roethlisberger. And they'll have it at the 25-yard line. A lot of fans dressed in black and yellow making the trip to Baltimore. See Ben Roethlisberger for likely the final time. So far, the Steelers up 3-0. The Jaguars are up 7-0 in their game. So looking pretty good for them right now. Huntley in the shotgun. And the call is to Freeman. Freeman gets it at 35, 40, 45 up to about the 46-yard line. That's going to move the chains. Went up the middle, then cut it back to his left. Got a little help down the field from Tylan Wallace. Block. Both teams throwing in interceptions and exchanging interceptions. Freeman this year, 555 rushing yards, 5 touchdowns. So 5 the number of choice for him. And he's going to be swallowed up right around the 41. As that is number 35, Arthur Mollett. I mean, the first turnover for the Ravens, that was all Tyler Huntley. All he had to do was stay down. Then just an ugly pass by him on the interception. The defense answered the call with a Geno Stone who had a fumble recovery that could have sealed the game last week, taken back. Huntley gets it to Brown. Brown getting it up to midfield past the 40, about the 48-yard lines. So about 11 yards on the play. Third and 4 upcoming. But that might be on the other side of the break as we at the end of the first quarter. We've played 15 minutes in Baltimore. Your score, Steelers 3, Ravens nothing here on your home for the NFL. Starting second quarter in Baltimore. Steelers holding a 3-0 lead. Jaguars holding a 7-0 lead in Jacksonville. And right now, 3rd and 4, Huntley in the shotgun. Ravens 1 of 1 on 3rd down so far today. Drops back. Looking. Now takes off and runs with it. He's going to be breaking free, but only able to get a couple up to the 46. Let's see what John Harbaugh does here. It looks like you're going to send out the punting unit. And back to Jacksonville. And Carson Wentz. Oh. A long pass to T.Y. Hilton. Still 7-0. Cook set the punt it away, but watch for a fake. And, oh, right on cue! Oh, incomplete! Try for Tylan Wallace! Oh my goodness, I channeled my inner Tony Romo there and said, watch for a fake. And lo and behold, it's a fake. But the Ravens could not convert. Well, at this point, I think Harbaugh's got to throw everything but the kitchen sink. And just to add insult to injury, Wallace down. Ravens trying to go to their bag of tricks. It doesn't work. 14-14 to go in the second. Still Steelers 3. Ravens nothing here on your home for the NFL. Back in Baltimore, Steelers take over. The Ravens tried to go to their bag of tricks, and it didn't work out. Let's see if the Steelers can capitalize on their misfortune. Instead, at the 45, Roethlisberger behind center. And play action. Fired pass is caught, but losing a yard. It's McLeod. Oh, they ended up just calling it no gain. Roethlisberger behind center on 2nd and 10. And, oh, Snell in trouble. He's going to go down. Patrick Queen, the first one in there. In fact, nearly tackled him before he got the ball. So, just great timing from him. Snell, even though broke free of him. Third and 16, Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Drops back. Quick pass is caught. That's McLeod. McLeod up to the 40, up to about the 45 to the 46. So nothing going for the Steelers this drive. As they're going to have to punt it away. So Presley Harvin set to punt it away to Devin DuVernay. And DuVernay calling a fair catch around the 20-yard line. That's where the Ravens are going to take over. Well, 21 left in the quarter. Steelers 3, Ravens nothing. Home for the NFL. Score updates from around the NFL. In Cleveland, the Browns leading the Bengals 7-0. That's after one quarter play. Second quarter in Detroit, Lions tied at 7. Colts got a field goal in the second quarter, cut the deficit to 7-3. Jaguars looking to play spoiler for the Colts and help either the Steelers or Ravens. Meanwhile, back in Baltimore, Ravens taking over at the 20 after forcing a punt. Been a quiet game so far. Steelers, the only points that was following the Watt strip sack, which tied an NFL record for most sacks in the season at 22.5. So one more breaks it. Ravens take over at the 20. As Huntley's in the pistol. Ravens 2 turnovers, Steelers 1. But one of the Raven turnovers have led to the only points of the game. Calls to Freeman. And Freeman to the left side, getting up to about the 23-yard line. So, gain of 3 on the play. Colts, Jaguars. Jaguars able to hold them to a field goal. Colts have not won in Jacksonville since 2014. So the last time they won, I was still in college when that happened. Carson Wentz was starting at North Dakota State. It's Huntley's pass, incomplete. As Steelers running as if it's still live, but I think they've already ruled it incomplete. Well, he gets up to the 13-yard line. And now you got a Steeler down. I mean, even the graphic says 3rd and 7. They've already ruled this an incomplete pass. And now an injured Steeler, as that's Mallett. The last time the Colts won in Jacksonville, Carson Wentz was taken over for Brock Jensen at North Dakota State. Trevor Lawrence, I think, was just starting high school the last time the Jags lost at home to Indianapolis. Honestly, I was a little shocked when I saw that statistic. They've lost the last 6 at home or on the road against Jacksonville. Of course, one of them was in London, so I kind of had to asterisk that one. Now we got 3rd and 7 upcoming. Both sides run 16 offensive plays. Ravens 74 yards, Steelers 52. Huntley drops back. Now takes off, fires, pass, incomplete. Was trying for Andrews. He's looking for a flag, but he's not going to get one. So the Ravens go 3 and out. I don't know. I don't think he has much of an argument. Sutton got in just as the ball did, so I think it was a good call to just let him play. Cook set the punt to McLeod. And it punts away. And McLeod will take it from the 33. Right side up to about the 40-yard line. That's where the Steelers will take over. A flag comes in late. So let's see what this is all about. And they're going to get the Steelers for holding on the return. That's on number 27, Marcus Allen. Steelers going back to work. 11:26 to go into the half. Still 3-0. Still your home for the NFL. And back in Baltimore, Steelers up 3-0 as down judge Ed Camp will be refereeing his final regular season game, 21st season as an on-field official. Yeah, if you don't know who he is, don't feel bad. I didn't either. Calling it quits apparently after today. Roethlisberger behind center on 1st and 10. And the call is to Snell. Get up to about the 30-yard line. Look what's going on in Houston. Titans up 7-0. Sure, Tannehill found Anthony Firkser for a touchdown. Good news to everyone outside of Kansas City. 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Drops back, looking, fires, passes, caught. That's Gentry. Gentry inside Raven territory about the 45-yard line. That's going to move the chains. Longest play by either side today, 25 yards. Roethlisberger behind center. And it calls to Snell, gets about a yard. The Ravens' run defense answering the bell as they've been holding both Najee Harris and Benny Snell in check. Roethlisberger behind center, play action. Looking, fires, passes, caught. That's Gentry. Getting up about the 42-yard line. So 3rd and 7. Looks like Patrick Queen in a little bit of pain. And the Ravens cannot afford to lose him. And it looks like maybe even the collarbone, that could be serious. Third and 7. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Drops back, looking, fires, passes, incomplete. We got a little bit of miscommunication between him and Claypool, and let's see what Mike Tomlin does. Oh, sorry, that wasn't Claypool. It was Johnson, and he slipped. Well, expect it to happen on a day like this. It looks like they're going to send out Harvin to punt it. Now let's see if they try to fake. Nope, they're going to punt it for real. DuVernay calling for a fair catch right around the 16-yard line. So again, offensive stall. .8:46 to go in the second. Still Steelers 3, Ravens nothing. Here on your home for the NFL. Ravens take over at the 15-yard line. Excuse me, the 16. So I was right the first time. As neither offense really getting it in gear today. The only points came off a turnover. The strip sack by T.J. Watt leading to the only points of field goals. Huntley rolling to his left, looking. Now it's going to take off with it. And we'll get about 3 on the play. Huntley in the shotgun on 2nd and 7. And play action. Looking. Fires, passes, caught right around the 29-yard line. That's Hollywood Brown. That's going to move the chains. And Huntley fires, passes, caught. That's Andrews up to around the 34, it looks like. And back in Jacksonville, the Jaguars just made it a 10-3 game on the field goal. Well, back in Baltimore, Huntley is going to scramble with it. He's close to the first down marker. Oh, it's 2nd and 4 at the 35, not 2nd and 5, 34. Now let's see. And they are going to award it. So right now, both teams benefiting on that score in Jacksonville. Of course, for the Ravens, they need a lot more to happen for them. But it'd be a start. Huntley in the pistol. And calls to Freeman right side. Only able to get a couple on the play to the 41-yard line. Huntley in the shotgun. Drops back. Fires, passes, caught. That's Andrews, but he's taken out almost immediately by Hayden. That's going to set up 3rd and 8. And we're closing in on the 6-minute mark here in the half. Look at Lamar Jackson. Lost to injury in Week 14 against the Browns. Huntley so far, they 7 of 10 for 62 yards, threw an interception back in the first quarter. Ravens 1 of 3 on 3rd downs with 5.3 yards to go on average. Huntley drops back, pressure coming. Oh, Watt almost got the record, but he was able to get the pass off. Oh, he was nanoseconds away from setting the record. He does, however, force the Ravens to punt. If Huntley doesn't step up the pocket, he's taken down. Cook set the punt at the McLeod. And kicks away. McLeod fair catches it around the 18-yard line, and that's where the Steelers will take over. 5:34 to go in a half. Still Steelers 3, Ravens nothing here on your home for the NFL. Little look at scores around the NFL. In Cleveland, the Browns leading the Bengals 14-0, 9:45 to go in the half. In Detroit, 2:41 to go in the half. Lions 14, Packers 7. Remember, Packers have nothing to play for. They already have the number 1 seed in the NFC. Jaguars lead the Colts 10-3. 3 minutes to go in the half. It's now Bears 6, Vikings nothing. 3:25 to go in the first half. Titans leading the Texans 7-0. 4:20 to go in the half. And Washington still leading New York 3-0. 3:24 to go in the first half. Back in Baltimore, Steelers taking over after yet another Raven punt. As defenses dominate this first half. In fact, Steelers getting the only points off a turnover. The strip sack by T.J. Watt, which tied the record for most sacks in a season. Roethlisberger in the shotgun, empty backfield, drops back, looking, under pressure, 5 passes, incomplete. Try for Gentry. Second and 10. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. And it calls to Snell up the gut. And he goes nowhere. Looks like they're going to give him 2. That's it. Now we'll set up 3rd and 8. Ravens' best rush defense in the NFL. Steelers' 28th rushing offense in the NFL. So that's a mismatch right there. So that's why they're going to have to rely on the right arm of Ben Roethlisberger as he's in the shotgun on 3rd and 8. Steelers just 1 of 5 on 3rd down today. Drops back. Looking. Fires. Passes. Oh! Nearly intercepted. Clark diving for it, but he couldn't haul it in. But it is 4th down. And yet again, offense is stalling. In fact, not even getting going. Clark nearly hauling in. So Harvin set the punt to DuVernay. Gets it away. DuVernay going to back off. And he's going to continue to back off. And it's going to sit down at the 29-yard line of the Ravens. With 4:29 to go in the half. We'll step aside. Still 3-0 here on your home for the NFL. Ravens offense looking to get it going here, as they have struggled to get anything. And now the Jaguars still lead 10-3 on the Colts. They're going to give it the 30-yard line. Huntley in the shotgun. I'll make that the pistol. Play action. Looking. Fires. Passes. Caught. That's Andrews into Steeler territory around the 42-yard line. Well, they said, how's this for getting the offense in gear? 28 yards, the longest play so far today by either side. And he beat Arthur Millette. And Huntley in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Calls to Murray. Murray powers it up to about the 39-yard line. Most receptions this season. Mark Andrews now tying Derek Mason for most receptions in Raven history in a season. Next one would break it. Huntley tries to take off. He slipped. He fell. And he's going to be taken down at the 43. Again, slick conditions. Going to make it difficult. It didn't help that he also ran into his lineman. As number 95, Chris Wormley, was the first one in there. 3 minutes to go in the half. Huntley in the shotgun. Drops back. Looking. Fires. The heave. Incomplete. Andrews fell down. And let's see what John Harbaugh does here on 4th and 11 from the 43. Yeah, he lost his footing. Again, Mother Nature not cooperating with either team here. So Cook will punt it away. For both sides, 6 straight punts today. As Cook, McLeod inside, and they down at the 6-yard line. Oh my goodness! Number 80 of the Ravens. That's Miles Boykin. The special teams getting their work today. In fact, it's with the exception of the 3 drives that ended in turnovers, it's mostly been special teams finishing the job, whether it be the field goal unit or the punting unit. What's it, the 6, not the 9, I'm sorry. Oh, no, it's not even the 6, it's the 7-yard line. Here we go. Roethlisberger behind center. Handoff. And going nowhere, number 29, that is Kalen Ballage. And he goes nowhere. And we'll see if the Steelers decide to run another play before the 2-minute warning or not. And Patrick Queen back on the field, so it looked like he just had a stinger, which is good news for the Ravens. And it looks like the Steelers are going to take it to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes go in the first half. Steelers 3, Ravens nothing. This is your home for the NFL. Back in Baltimore, Steelers, 2nd and 10 inside their own 10-yard line. Ben Roethlisberger, 30 years against the Ravens. Career 18 and 11 all-time against the Ravens. In Baltimore. He's a career 5 and 6 at M&T Bank Stadium. He looks to finish with a 500 record. As right now he's in the shotgun. And passes off the hands of Johnson, incomplete. Somewhere out there, Chisel Adonis having a conniption, wondering why his receivers can't catch. Score update in Houston as Tannehill found A.J. Brown for a touchdown to make it 14-0. If that holds, the Titans will be the #1 seed in the AFC for the first time since 2008. Steelers, meanwhile, 3rd and 10. Roethlisberger started 8 of 10. He's missed his last 4. He's in the shotgun, drops back, fires, pass, incomplete. Briarman fell down. He's looking for a flag, but he's not going to get one. And for good reason, he just fell down. And yet again, we're going to see a punt. The Steelers offensively can't get anything going, but the way the defense is playing is the reason they're ahead as Harvin gets the kick away. And it will bounce out of bounds at the 42-yard line to the Ravens with great field position to start this upcoming drive. The 40-yard line. Huntley in the shotgun, empty backfield. Drops back, looking. Now he's going to take off with it. Looking to run up to the 35, to the 30, 25, 21-yard line. He's going to move the chains. Ravens finally getting something positive happening for them. Huntley saying, I can't get it done with my arm, I'll do it with my legs. Well, they gave it the 22-yard line. Huntley, 90 passing yards, 29 rushing yards, a total of 119 yards. And his pass is caught. That's Andrews, and that's going to give him the most single-season receptions in Raven history as he got up to the 15-yard line. And Steelers called a timeout with 89 seconds to go in the half. Ravens in position to at least tie, if not take the lead before the half. Huntley in the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself. Huntley to the 10. Gets it up to around the 8-yard line. That's going to move the chains and set up 1st and goal. Huntley in the pistol. The Ravens 6th best in the red zone touchdown percentage with 63%. Huntley rolled to his left. Fires pass is caught. That's Freeman. Get maybe half a yard at best. Oh, it was the 7-yard line, not the 8. I'm sorry. That's going to set up 2nd and goal. And the Ravens going to use timeout with 35 seconds to go. Second and goal from the 7. They're going to call it the 6-yard line. Huntley in the shotgun, drops back, looking. Pressure coming down. He's going to take off. And he's going to be taken down. And that's what? That's the record. A flag is down. So let's check what this is all about. Oh, no, it's not. They're going to call it on the Steelers. They're going to get them for unnecessary roughness. And that's on Cameron Hayward, so that's going to be 1st and goal. So in the end, it's really going to net up just 3 yards and an extra down. And what would have had the record if not for that? Hayward went for the noggin, and it cost him 3 yards, a down, and T.J. Watt getting the record because he would have gotten half a sack there, and that was all he needed. Huntley in the shotgun. Play action. Looking. Watt's down! And Watt's going to have the record! 23.5 sacks! The most all-time in a single season! Congratulations, T.J. Watt! Oh, my goodness! He says, all right, fine. I can't get it on this play. I'll get it on the next play. And that's exactly what he does. Oh, did that... Unless they didn't count the first sack, in which case that only tied the record. Anyway, Huntley in the shotgun. Drops back. Looking, fires, pass, incomplete off the hands of Brown. And no, that, I'm sorry. I pulled a Steve Harvey. I said that was the record. He only tied it. So they didn't count the strip sack. So it only tied the record. So the next one will be the record breaker. 3rd and goal, Huntley in the shotgun. It looks like the Ravens are going to use a timeout. Oh, and apparently it was their final one. I missed one. Probably because I was too busy making a premature call of Watt breaking the record. He only tied it. So, a little surprised. I would have thought they counted the strip sack, but I guess they didn't. So Huntley in the shotgun. So pretty much just don't turn it over for the Ravens. Drops back. Looking. Pressure coming. And he's knocked down as Watt got his hands on it. Almost with the record. It looked like he may have injured his fingers. Oh, right in the manhood. Oh, my gosh. Oh, like Eric Tomlinson tried to kick him. Oh, no, Huntley. I don't think that was intentional, but Needham in the groin. He was jumping up the pass. And unfortunately, Needham in the groin in the process. Tucker coming out for a 24-yard try to tie it up. And Money inside the 10. Snap. Kick. Up. Good. And the Ravens on the board with 11 seconds to go in the half. It may not look like much, but that could be key because they do start the second half with the football. And right now, both teams benefiting because the Jaguars are up 10 on the Colts as they go to the halftime. The Steelers do have 2 timeouts, so if they get a good enough return, they might try to get some points before the half. They had a similar situation like this 3 weeks ago against the Titans, tried to drive down the field to give Boswell a chance. It just fell short. Remember, the Ravens need a lot more than just the Jags winning as they kick it off. We'll get to that in just a second. And McLeod from the 14-yard line cuts it up, gets about to 26. So I don't know if Roethlisberger just going to sit on it. Just go into the locker room with the way it is. And they will kneel it down to the half. What's been kind of a pedestrian first half. Neither offense truly got it going. Halfway home in Baltimore. We're tied at 3 at the half here on your home for the NFL. Halfway home in Baltimore, we're tied at 3. Let's look at the first half stats. Ravens with 9 first downs. The Steelers just 4. Ravens 35 total plays. Steelers just 28. Ravens 157 total yards. Steelers 82. Ravens averaging 4.5 yards a play. The Steelers 2.9. Ravens outpassing the Steelers 89-66, outrushing them 68-16. Steelers committing 3 penalties for 18 yards. Ravens just 1 for 5 yards. Ravens, though, turned it over twice. Once on the Huntley fumble and then a pick by Terrell Edmonds. Of course, Geno Stone with the interception. Giving the Steelers their lone turnover of the game. Steelers slight edge in time possession, 15:09 to 14:51. Let's go down scores elsewhere. As we head out to the Meadowlands, Washington leading 6-0 on the Giants. At the half, Browns leading the Bengals 14-7. Bengals still have an outside chance of getting the number 1 seed. Oh, wait. No, they don't. Sorry, never mind. So I guess at this point, they're just playing their reserve. Lions with a 17-13 lead on the Packers. A game that really means nothing for either side. Out in Jacksonville, maybe the biggest surprise so far. The Jaguars leading the Colts 13-3 with a Colts loss. This opens the door for the winner of this game to make it to the playoffs. If the Jaguars and Steelers, if the Colts and Steelers lose, the Raiders are in. In Minnesota, the Bears leading the Vikings 14-3. That one's just underway in the third quarter. And at the half, Titans leading the Texans 21-0. So later today, we got the Saints, Falcons. Saints need a win and a Niner loss to get in. The Cardinals, Seahawks, Cardinals. Cardinals need a win and a Ram loss to win the NFC West. Otherwise, they're in wild card weekend. Jets, Bills. Bills need a win to get the AFC East for the second straight year. Panthers, Bucks. Bucks playing for the number 2 seed. Patriots, Dolphins. A win by the Patriots and a loss by the Bills give them the AFC East. 49ers, Rams. Niners looking for their second playoff appearance in 3 years. A win or a state loss gets them in. Rams looking to put the finishing touches on their third NFC West title in 5 years. And then, of course, later on tonight, NFL Hell in a Cell between the Chargers and Raiders. That's, of course, assuming that both the Colts and Steelers don't lose. And overall, this first half, pedestrian. Neither side really getting anything going. Steelers only getting points thanks to a fumble. And then you got the Ravens, who actually did manage to get a drive going, but that was thanks to a bad punt by Harvin that gave him great field position at the 40-yard. So really, miscues have led to the only points of the game. So we'll see how this pans out. We've got 30 more minutes. Right now, both these teams now can be fighting for their season. With the Colts losing as they've gotten underway in the second half. Kickoff for the second half on the other side of your home for the NFL. Let's kick off the second half in Baltimore, tied at 3. Ravens will start with the football as T.J. Watt tied the record, not break it. So I apologize for the premature call. The sack strip was actually just a forced fumble. So Watt only has tied it. He tied it with the sack on Huntley, 2nd and goal. But after a 3rd and goal play, came up holding the manhood a little bit. We're not sure if it was from Huntley mistakenly kneeing them in the groin or if he pulled it. And his older brother JJ saying no words, just proud, unbelievable. Surprisingly, a lot of Steeler fans making the trip to Baltimore for this game. Guess we'll see Big Ben one last time as Boswell kicks it off to start the second half. DuVernay from the 8-yard line, up to the 20, 25-30, and up to the 32-yard line. So far today, the only stars really shining in this game have been the punters, Presley Harvin and Sam Cook. One point, a string of 7 straight punts. Games. In fact, Sam Cook was punting when Bill Cowher was still coaching the series. That's how long he's been in the NFL. So we talk about Ben Roethlisberger being around a long time. Cook, rookie year, Ben Roethlisberger was just in his 3rd year. And now a Raven is down. Number 28, that is 38. Not listed. I have them listed on my list. No. Step aside. Start the second half here on your home for the NFL. Back in Baltimore, the injured Raven was Kevon Seymour. I have him down as 41, not 38. I think that's where the confusion was. Ravens starting off at the 32-yard line. And score update, Jaguars now leading the Colts 16-3 in the 3rd quarter. So good news for both sides. Also good news for the Raiders because if that score holds up and the Ravens take this one, they're in. They can only hell in a cell for the Chargers. Watt back on the field. And Huntley will be in the shotgun on 1st and 10. And the call's to Freeman, and Freeman goes nowhere as Hayward is in there to make the stop. I'll call it a loss of 1. I might call it a loss of 2. So the Jaguars up 16-3. So they're doing a great job playing spoiler to the Colts. That's Huntley in the shotgun on 2nd and 11. Drops back. Swings it out. This is Freeman. Freeman getting it up past 35 to the 36-yard line. Will set up 3rd down. So one more scenario that has to happen. So even if that score holds up and the Steelers win, the Steelers still have to watch Sunday Night Football and just hope for no ties. That's going to be pretty much what it comes down to. They can't tie. So even with a win, and if that score holds up in Jacksonville, they still got to take care of business. Huntley scrambling to his right. Looking, he's got the 1st down up to around the 44-yard line. So great job improvising. .44-yard line. Huntley in the pistol on 1st and 10. And it calls to Murray. Murray getting it past midfield, close to the 1st down marker. He got to about the 47. Oh, no, they ended up giving him the 1st down. Okay, 1st and 10. Huntley in the... And here's Murray. Murray breaking through 30. 20, he could. He might. He will. Touchdown, Ravens. Oh, my goodness. Latavius Murray puts the 1st touchdown of the game. He just broke it through the middle. And there wasn't a white jersey in sight. And Tucker for the point after. And snap, kick, up, and got it. Ravens offense come out swinging in the 2nd half. 12:32 to go in the 3rd. It's Ravens 10, Steelers 3 here on your home for the NFL. Back in Baltimore, Ravens taking a 10-3 lead on the long touchdown run by Latavius Murray. As right now, they're in the driver's seat trying to get a wild card spot. If this holds and the result holds, but they still would need help from New England and Las Vegas later on. Latavius Murray, 46-yard rushing touchdown, his longest rushing touchdown since 2014 when he was with the Oakland Raiders. Throw that up right now. And Tucker kicks it off. And returned by McLeod from the 7. Gets it up to the 20, 25, breaking tackles up to about the 28-yard line. So let's see how Big Ben and the Steelers respond, being down for the first time today. Roethlisberger behind center on 1st and 10. And the call is to Snell. Snell bouncing out to the right side to the 30, up to about the 35-yard line. Well, may have been their longest run so far today. Roethlisberger, 8 of 15, 66 yards, but an interception. Huntley, 11 of 18, 103 yards, an interception. Has been sacked 3 times. One of them by T.J. Watt that tied, not broke, but tied the record for most sacks in a season. So that was my mistake in the second quarter. I'm sure that's going to end up in a blooper reel somewhere. Roethlisberger starting 8 for 10. He's been 0 for 5 since. And 2nd and 3. Drops back. Quick pass. That is caught. That's Johnson. He had the first down around the 40-yard line. Steelers turned it over once. Ravens turned it over twice. Steelers got their lone points off a turnover. Ravens 40 plays run. Steelers 30. And it's a reverse to Claypool. Claypool, 45-50, gets into the Raven territory around the 46-yard line. So the Steelers going into their bag of tricks. I mean, a game like this with your seasons on the line, you gotta reach into the bag of tricks. You gotta be throwing everything but the kitchen sink, pretty much. Roethlisberger behind center. Play action. Looking, fires, passes, caught. That's Johnson inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line. And good enough to move the chains. Roethlisberger behind center on 1st and 10. Calls to Snell. And bouncing, but he's going to go nowhere. I don't know if they're going to give him no gain. Score update. Colts, Jaguars. Turnover. So the Jaguars still up 16-3. What might be the biggest upset of the week if that holds up. Both teams can benefit from this game, as well as a tie in the Hell in a Cell. But the only difference is the Ravens need one more loss to happen. It's the Dolphins. Roethlisberger drops back, fires, passes caught. Johnson to the 25, gets it close to the first down. By the way, it was 2nd and 9, not 2nd and 10. So I don't know. They're going to probably call it 3rd and 1 from the 21. Roethlisberger behind center on 3rd and 1. Calls to Snell. Snell gets stuffed at the line! Oh my goodness! And that looked like Justin Ellis was make that Justin Houston. Well, which one was it? It may have been Houston, not Ellis. I'm sorry. The stop, and let's see what the Steelers do here. They're going to probably kick the field goal. Boswell made it from 28 yards earlier. This one for 40. Snap, kick, up, and got it. Steelers able to get a field goal. 7:41 to go in the third. It's now Ravens 10, Steelers 6 here on your home for the NFL. Score updates now from around the league. In the Meadowlands, Washington now leading at 12-0 with 3:34 to go in the third quarter. 8:02 left in the third in Cleveland. Browns 14, Bengals 7. Lions leading the Packers 24-16 with 7:38 to go in that game, in the third quarter. Excuse me. Jaguars leading the Colts 16-3 in the third, 8:29 to go. Bears lead the Vikings 14-10, 5:12 to go in the third quarter. And Tennessee leading Houston 21-7, 9:46 to go in the third quarter. Back in Baltimore, Steelers trimmed the deficit to 4 after the Boswell field goal. Super Wildcard Weekend next Sunday. CBS and Nickelodeon will be simulcasting a playoff game. So, and don't lie, you're probably going to watch it on Nickelodeon. I know y'all. You're going to watch it, and I'm probably going to call it on Nickelodeon as well. Kick away, and this is DuVernay from the 6. Gets it up to the 20. 25-30, up to about the 34-yard line. Huntley in the shotgun. And it calls to Murray right side. He's going to get a yard. Houston trimming the deficit 21-7 on a flea flicker. Kansas City pulling hard for Houston so they can get the #1 seed. Titans win, they're the #1 seed in the AFC, and the road to the Super Bowl will go through Nashville. Huntley in the shotgun. Drops back. Fires passes caught. And going nowhere, number 84, that's Josh Oliver. We met up almost immediately. They end up giving him a yard, but that's it. Third and 8 upcoming. Huntley in the shotgun. Drops back. Looking. Fires, passes. Caught. That's Brown, but he's going to be short. Got up to about the 43, but he's going to be 2 yards short. John Madden looking up from heaven saying, looking down from heaven, saying, how can you call a pass that's short of the first down? It makes no sense. Oh, they said 42-yard line. I knew he's 2 yards short of the first down. I just don't know where exactly. Cooks at the punt away to McLeod. And out around the sideline. Let's see where they call it. 35 is where the Steelers will take over. 5:34 to go in the third. It's Ravens 10, Steelers 6 on your home for the NFL. Back in Baltimore, Steelers taking over at the 35 after the punt. The Jaguars still leading the Colts 16-3 in that game. 6:44 to go in the third. Right now, Raider fans liking this because if both the Colts and Steelers lose, they're in. No matter what happens tonight. Roethlisberger behind center. And the pitch, left side. Getting up to about the 37. As that's Harris on the carry. Back in the game. Shaking up a little bit earlier, but must not have been anything significant. They're going to call it 2nd and 7. Drops back. Fires, passes. Incomplete off the hands of McLeod. That's going to set up 3rd down. Steeler miscues hurting them. Drop passes, missed opportunities. And it's still 16-3. Up another interception. So Carson Wentz not having a great game. Again, clinching scenarios. Steelers win, Colts lose, and then no tie in Vegas tonight. So they'll still have to watch. Steelers won it for 8. Roethlisberger drops back. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. First one in there was number 38. Seymour. And the Steelers unable to do anything offensively. And that's the first time they got the Roethlisberger today. And a punt away. DuVernay returns it for the 25, but he goes nowhere. And the Ravens will take over. Playoff schedule to be determined. 1st and 10 from the 25. Huntley in the shotgun. And it calls to Murray up the middle. Murray breaking free. Murray to the 40. 45 up to about the 47-yard line. It's going to move the chains. Murray having a big game on the ground, and the Steeler is injured. We'll step aside. 3rd quarter, 4-point game. Home for the NFL. Score update now. Jaguars now up 22-3 on the Colts with 3:08 to go in the 3rd. So good news for Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and Vegas because they can benefit off that loss. Also, Browns leading the Bengals 14-10 with just over a minute to go in the 3rd. And after 3, it's now Bears 17, Vikings 10. As meanwhile, back here at M&T Bank Stadium, it's Ravens have it 1st and 10 after the big run by Murray. Calls to Murray again. Murray going for the middle. Murray to the 40. 35-30. He slipped. But he got to the 27 of the Steelers. That's going to move the chains. Ran to the left side. I think if he hadn't slipped on the grass, he might have been gone. And it calls to Murray up the middle. Gets about 3 on the play. So the Ravens gouging the Steelers on the ground. Second and 7. Murray 116 yards on the ground. Everyone else 68. And Murray will get the call again to the left side 20. Close to the first down marker. I think they're going to call him down at the 17. That's going to set up 3rd and 1. The Jaguars up 23-3. The Ravens benefited off that, but they still have work to do with Dolphins and Chargers needing to lose. 3rd and 1. And calls to Andrews. Did he get it? It's going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. And the looks of it, they're going to give it to him. Or are they? No, they did not. They're going to call it 4th and inches. And, of course, the Ravens going to go for it. They sneak it. Did he? It's close. Oh, right on the line. They're going to have to measure this. Or are they just going to give it? Well, let's see. The spot. And it looks like they are going to give it to him. So 30 seconds to go in the 3rd. Ravens got 1st and 10. 15 and a half. And a call is to Williams, right side. Up to about the 12-yard line. And that should take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. "15 minutes to go in Baltimore. Your score, Ravens 10, Steelers 6 here on your home for the NFL. Let's start fourth quarter. Baltimore Ravens holding a 10-6 lead and driving. As Huntley in the pistol on 2nd and 7. Play action. Looking. Fires. End zone. Passes. Intercepted! Oh my goodness, Sutton! Getting in front! And the Steelers defense coming up big there! Oh my goodness! He was trying for Andrews, and Sutton cutting right in front of him to make the pick. And Mark Andrews should have tried to get out in front. At the very least, play defensive back, flip the script. Instead, he waited for the ball, and Sutton just came right in front and said, "Excuse me, I'm just going to take this." So the Steeler defense coming up big, but now it's going to be on their offense. The Steelers are 15 minutes away from being eliminated. Let's see if they get to work here. Offense has done nothing today. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Drops back. Fires pass is caught. That's Harris. And Harris is only going to get a yard. I never changed. I was too busy. Second and 8. Roethlisberger behind center. And they're going to reverse it to Claypool. Claypool right side, getting up to the 25 to the 30. 35, up to around the 40-yard line. It's going to move the chains. First and 10 upcoming. Oh, it's a 39. It's a 39 at the 40. Roethlisberger behind. Oh, no, in the shot. No, he's in the behind center. I was right the first time. And the call is to Harris. Going to the left side. Harris got nowhere to go. He's going to end up losing 2 on the play. The Ravens rush defense coming to the 8 there. First guy in there, looked like Jimmy Smith made initial contact. And 3 more forced him out of bounds. So they actually ended up calling it a loss of 1. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Drops back. Fires, passes, caught. Just a little bit short of the marker as that is Claypool. So 3rd and short. Third and 1. Roethlisberger in a lineup behind center. Steelers 1 of 9 on 3rd down. Play action. Looking. Rolling to his right. Fires the pass. Caught by Harris. First down and more. Up to the 45 to about the 42-yard line. And that's going to move the chain to put them in Raven territory. Well, Roethlisberger has led game-winning drives against the Ravens before. Does he have one more? I mean, I know it's still plenty of time left in the game, but it just shows in the fourth quarter, he can be dangerous against the Ravens if given the opportunity. Behind center. Calls to Harris right side. And gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Roethlisberger in the shotgun on 2nd and 10. Drops back, looking. Pressure coming. Pass is caught. That's Snell. Snell to the 35, to the 30. Breaks the tackle to the 25. Trying to cut back in. Around the 20-yard line. They're going to call it down at the 18. That's going to move the chains. The Steelers offense coming to life on this drive. A late flag, though, comes in. Oh, they might back this one up 15. And they're going to get Snell for face mask. Oh, no, it was not Snell. It's actually the lineman, Joe Haig, while he was blocking. So this was actually before the pass. So this ends up being knocked back to the 43. It's 2nd and 25. Drops back. Looking. Fires. Passes. Almost intercepted. That was Stevens. And that'll set up 3rd and 25. Was tried for Freiermuth. Third and 25 upcoming. And the Steelers are going to take it down. I think they're going to call a timeout. Unless they're resetting the game clock. Play clock, excuse me. Oh, yeah, they just need to reset the play clock. Third and 25 upcoming. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Quick pass out to Claypool. And Claypool will get to the 49, and that's it. So the Steelers squander an opportunity to try to get the lead back. Thanks in large part to a face mask on their offensive lineman. And Colts stopped on 4th and goal. 12:53 to go. The Jaguars up by 20. So Harvin will punt it away. DuVernay will fair catch it right on the 14-yard line. So Raider Nation, 9:55 away from getting back to the playoffs. We'll step aside. 10-6 is our score here on your home for the NFL. Back in Baltimore, Ravens taking over at the 14. A path to the postseason, what each team needs. The Steelers need to win, the Jaguars to lose, and no tie on SNF. Ravens need a win. They need the Colts to lose. They need the Dolphins to lose or tie. And they need the Chargers to lose. Huntley in the shotgun. Calls to Murray up the middle. Maybe a yard if that. Of course, right now, team benefiting the most from both this game and the Colts-Jaguars game, the Raiders. Because if both the Colts and Steelers lose, they're in. And there will be no Hell in a Cell. Just the Chargers fighting for survival. Huntley in the shotgun. Calls to Murray. Murray left side. Murray up to the 20. And close to the first down. Let's see where they spot it. They're not going to show it. Houston 21-10. They now trimmed it 21-18. Oh, people in Kansas City got to be loving this. The Titans clinging for dear life. And again, they're not showing if he got the first down or not, okay? Yes, I see the Titans can clinch the number 1 team. Oh, no, they're going to call it 3rd and 2. You know, that's all I needed. It took you this long. Huntley in the shotgun. A critical 3rd down here. Murray with the call. Murray not going to get it. He's going to get a yard, but that's it. The Steeler defense doing what they can to keep them in the game. Now they just wish that the offense could give them a hand. And a great job penetrating the line. Not giving Murray anything. 8.5 to play. McLeod back deep. And punt away. McLeod from the 27. Got room to work with. 35-40. 45 gets it up the midfield. A little bit of friendly fire. As McLeod ran into his teammate, but they got great starting field position and plenty of time to work with. 8:07 to go in the game. Big Ben and crew going to work down 4, and you're home for the NFL. Back in Baltimore, Steelers at midfield after the punt. 8:07 away. And one of these teams living the fight on later on tonight. The loser, it's game over. Better luck next year. Look at why Murray was called down at the 22 versus the 24. Close to the first down marker. His knee touched beforehand. Roethlisberger in the shotgun on 1st and 10. An offense that has struggled today. Drops back, looking, fires, passes, caught. Right around the 41-yard line. That's Claypool. Or they're going to call it the 42, actually. Look at what's going on Cincinnati and Cleveland. Cleveland leading at 21-10 in a game that basically means nothing for either side. Well, nothing for Cleveland and just seeding purposes for the Bengals. As looks like Bowser down for the Ravens with 7:58 to go in the game. Right now, the Jaguars 9 minutes and 41 seconds away from sending the Colts home. And Bowser on his feet. This is the 31st meeting between Tomlin and Harbaugh, including playoffs. They've had 3 meetings in the playoffs. January 09, that is. 11, January 11, that is. And 15, January 2015. And Harbaugh in his 14th year with the Ravens, so that makes 28 plus 3 is 31. There's your math lesson for today, folks. As Roethlisberger behind center on 2nd and 2. Steelers cannot afford to squander any more opportunities trying to get points. Calls to Claypool, cuts it up the middle, and he's going to get the first down up to the 40-yard line. And Claypool, surprisingly, the leading rusher in this game with for the Steelers, 33 yards, 3 carries. Ben Snell hasn't been able to do nothing. Harris hasn't been in the game much. Play action caught by Johnson. Johnson is going to end up losing 2 yards on the play, so the screen pass doesn't do so well. Second and 12. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Steelers have had 7 plays go for negative yards. Ravens just 5. 17 to 26, 130 yards and an interception. And looks like the Steelers are going to have to burn a timeout with 6:24 left, and that could be critical down the stretch. Well, looked like just as hope starting to show for Kansas City to get the #1 seed. Tennessee scored a touchdown. It's now a 10-point game again. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Drops back. Looking. Fires passes caught. Around the 40-yard line. Getting up past 35 to 33. That's Freiermuth. That's going to set up 3rd and 3 upcoming. As we're closing in on 6 minutes to play in the game. What's crunch time? Oh, they're going to call it 3rd and 4. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. This is 4-down territory right here. Drops back and, well, flags flying. It looks like it's going to become a 3rd and 9. So pretty much a lot of that coming undone is John LeGlue, the guilty party. Third and 9. Steelers just 2 of 11 on 3rd down today, and this is critical. This could be also 4-down territory right here. Roethlisberger drops back, fires, passes, caught inside the 20 to the 19. It's McLeod. And what a clutch moment for the Steelers to get a 1st down on 3rd down. Great job with the catch and then absorbing the contact. It looked like he was posing for a sports card there. Roethlisberger in the shotgun with an empty backfield. Drops back. Looking, fires, pass. Incomplete off the hands of Freiermuth. They'll set up 2nd and 10. And what's being crunch time right now for both teams. Steelers looking to try to get into the end zone. Take the lead back for the first time since the opening quarter. Well, since the first half, really, because it was late second when the Ravens got the field goal. Ravens looking to stand tall and stay alive in the playoff hunt. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. The call is to Harris, right side. Harris getting it up to about the 15. Set up 3rd and 6, and yet again another critical 3rd down for the Steelers. They have been sluggish on 3rd down, just 3 of 12. But this is 4-down territory, so at the very least, try to gain some yards and make it a manageable 4th down. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Drops back, looking, fires, passes, caught. That's Freiermuth. Freiermuth to the 5, inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. So the Steelers yet again converting a critical 3rd down. And now they got 4 downs to try to punch it in. First and goal upcoming. Roethlisberger behind center. And the call's to Harris. No, and it looks like they're going to be moving back 5 yards. So it'll become 1st and goal from the 9. So the Steelers have 4 downs. Get 27 feet. 3:42 left, so this is going to be critical. This is probably the drive that determines the game right here. If the Steelers score, the Ravens still have plenty of time to work with. If the Ravens make a stop, the door is going to pretty much be closing on the Steelers. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Drops back. Looking. Fires pass is caught. That's Johnson. He stumbled a little. Cuts it back inside. Gets it up to the 6-yard line. We'll set up 2nd and goal. Roethlisberger in the 4th quarter, 10 of 12 for 77 yards. He was just 11 of 19 for 95 for the first 3. Needs 6 yards here on 2nd and goal. Drops back. Fires passes. Caught. Claypool. Touchdown Steelers! Chase Claypool gives them the lead. Oh my goodness. Big Ben being Big Ben. Claypool, who did catch the game winner last year in Baltimore. And a loud groan coming from Vegas. And with the Jaguars now up 26-3, Boswell's kick up and good. So now the Steelers in the driver's seat again. Fans twirling the towels, but they need the defense to make one more stop. Ravens, all 3 of their timeouts. They do have the 2-minute warning as well. Tense moments here in Charm City. 2:54 to go in the game. It's now Steelers 13, Ravens 10, and this is your home for the NFL. Big Ben leading another touchdown drive in the 4th quarter in Baltimore. But the Ravens with plenty of time to answer back, at least get a field goal, if not get a touchdown. And I know you're loving it, King Savage, bro, but you know what? Don't celebrate too soon. Ravens could come back and score on this drive. Kicks away. DuVernay from the 6. But the left side gets to the 20, 25-30, up to about the 32-yard line. So the Ravens have to go 68 yards to either tie or win it. What might be their final drive of the game. Right now, the Jaguars up 26-3, so I think it's all but certain that the door is opened back up for both of these teams to try and get the 7th and final spot. Huntley in the shotgun. Drops back. Looking. Fires pass. Knocked down at the line. And it'll be 2nd down. Huntley in the shotgun on 2nd and 10. Drops back. Looking. Fires, passes, caught. Andrews past the 40. Up to about the 42-yard line. It's going to move to chains. Oh, Houston being all Tom Petty, not backing down. They trimmed the deficit to 3. Meanwhile, in Baltimore, Huntley in trouble. He's scrambling. Gets outside 45-50 to the 45 to the 40. Up to about the 35-yard line of the Steelers. And he said, oh, no, you don't, Steelers. We're not going down quietly. We don't care about your playoff hopes. And we don't care about Big Ben's potential retirement. They're saying, we want to finish the job here. Can your heart handle it anymore? 2 minutes to go in Baltimore. Steelers 13, Ravens 10. And this is your home for the NFL. Scores from elsewhere in the NFL. Washington about to defeat the Giants. There's less than a minute to go. Washington on a 22-7 lead. In Cleveland, 2.5 to go. Browns leading the Bengals 21-10. Under 2 minutes to go in Detroit. Lions leading the Packers 34-30. 4:52 left in Jacksonville. Jaguars leading the Colts 26-3. Colts looking like they're going to be eliminated. Just over a minute to go in Minnesota. Bears trailing the Vikings 31-17. 4 minutes to go in Houston. Titans holding on to a 3-point lead, 28-25. Back in Baltimore, Ravens right now in field goal range to try and at least tie it, but I think they want to do a little more than that. Send Big Ben off with a loss. Keep their season alive. At least going into the Sunday night game. Still needing losses by Miami en route. Huntley in the shotgun. Drops back. Rolling to his left. Fires. Passes. Incomplete. Was tried for Andrews. Terrell Edmonds on the coverage. I said 6, not 34. So I'm sorry, 36 yards. I misread my fire. A great job by Terrell Edmonds. Even though he didn't have his head turned around, he did not make contact with Andrews. So I think that's a good defensive play. Huntley in the shotgun, drops back, fires, passes, caught. That's Andrews getting up around the 28-yard line. So pretty much the Ravens' task is don't turn the ball over. Or get a giant, well, I don't think a loss of yards unless it's like a 23-yard loss. I think a loss of yards wouldn't be bad. They just can't turn it over. Huntley keeps it, and he's not going to go anywhere. Getting up to the 28. So right now, I'm the Steelers. I'm calling a timeout. And, yep, they must have heard me because that's what they're doing. To try and preserve as much clock as they can in the event Tucker makes this. So, the Ravens have had some close calls this year. One of them coming against the Steelers back in December, and then a week later could not beat Cleveland despite a furious rally. And against Green Bay. In fact, these have all come in the 5-game losing streak. Tucker to keep this game alive. From 46. Here we go. And snap. Kick. Up. He got it! With 113 to go. And we are tied at 13. Oh my goodness. Oh. 73 seconds do remain, though, so does Big Ben have one more in him? Well, the Colts finally getting a touchdown, make it 26-11. But it doesn't seem like it's going to help them much in the end. Steelers with one timeout. So here's the deal. In the event of a tie, that might save the Colts at least for the moment. The tie would send both these teams home. The Steelers would become the first team since overtime came around to have 2 ties in a season. Touchback. Roethlisberger, 52 career game-winning drives in the fourth quarter or overtime. 53 could perhaps get them to the playoffs. They also got to be careful. A turnover could give the Ravens the opportunity to capitalize. Roethlisberger in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Drops back. Looking. Rolls to his right. 5 passes caught. That's Freiermuth up to about the 36-yard line, but he stayed in bounds. They got to hurry. About 60 seconds to go. King Savage Bro is probably sweating bullets right now. It looks like an official timeout. Oh, the Steelers, and there was a Raven down. It's Westry. Chris Westry. And so that actually will benefit the Steelers because the Ravens are going to have to use a timeout as a result of that. So almost worked out like a free timeout there. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. If this goes into overtime, it may preempt 49ers and Rams just a little bit. Roethlisberger drops back. Looking. Fires pass incomplete. Trying for McLeod. 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Drops back. Fires, passes, caught. That's Claypool. Gets out of bounds around the 41 with 48 seconds to go. So 3rd and 4. So if the Ravens make a stop here, perhaps they have a chance to drive down the field and win it in regulation and send the Steelers packing. So be careful. Tread lightly. The script can be flipped in just a heartbeat. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Drops back. Quick pass. That's caught. That's Freiermuth. Freiermuth! Where's the spot? It looks like they're going to call him short. Oh, it's close. Oh, baby, that's close. Let's see where the foot goes at. Well, the foot went out before the 45, but it's where the ball is. So there's the 44. And nah, I would not do anything stupid here. I'd punt it. And just, be content with overtime. Punt away. All DuVernay has to do is not muff it, and he's going to field it. Fair catch at the 17. The Ravens with a chance to perhaps win it in regulation. They got 2 timeouts. They got 38 seconds. They got plenty of time to work with, but they got to be careful. They got to do what they can also to protect the ball because a turnover gives the Steelers the chance to provide the knockout blow. And Watt still sitting tied with Strahan at 22.5 sacks, most in a season. And Huntley drops back. Fires, passes, caught. That's Andrews. Andrews getting it up to about the 30-yard line and got out of bounds, so he's able to conserve a timeout. Huntley in the shotgun. Drops back. Looking. Fires the heave! Did he catch it? No, he did not! Brown had it in bounds, but he couldn't survive the play. Let's see. Oh, man, that's Micah Fitzpatrick punching it right out. And I think it was the whole ordeal about surviving the catch. It was a great catch along the sideline. Unfortunately, he could not hold on to it. Huntley in the shotgun, drops back, looking. Watt coming? No! Pass is incomplete. Could not hit Hollywood Brown. 20 seconds left now. I mean, if I'm the Ravens, I'm running this ball regardless. Because at the very least, you can make the Steelers use that last time out and take the option of kicking the field goal to win it in regulation out of the equation. But they're coming out at shotgun empty backfield. I think they're going to be like, nah, forget that. We're going for it. Drops back. Fires, passes. Incomplete. And with 16 seconds left, they perhaps have given the Steelers a chance. In fact, I think they really did them a favor because now they can keep that timeout. I mean, even a short pass at the very least, would force them to use that timeout to take the field. Now, you did them a favor by allowing them to keep that timeout. Steelers may send the house here. And Cook gets it away. And McLeod backing off of it. 7 seconds. I'd imagine Big Ben will just sit on it. And we're going to go to overtime. Unless he is fortunate enough to get a deep enough completion. They're at the 31. So really, this is where that 40 comes into play. The 40-yard dash. Deep enough, and it looks like they're saying, forget it. Let's just take it to overtime. Let it become true sudden death. So let's listen in for the coin toss.
Gentlemen, welcome to overtime. The rules of overtime in the regular season are as follows. There'll be 10 minutes on the clock. Fourth quarter timing rules will be in effect. Each team will have one possession unless the first team scores a touchdown or there's a defensive score. All reviews are initiated by the booth. Each team will have 2 timeouts, and if we end the fourth, if we win in a tie, the game ends in a tie. Pittsburgh, you're still the visitor. You're calling the toss. This is still a heads. That's still a tails. That's still a heads. That's still tails. What's your call, Ben? He's called heads. Heads is the call. It is a tails.
And the Ravens will get the ball first. And they have a chance to send the Steelers home. As right now, the Jaguars have officially defeated the Colts. So this game, now important. And they're watching, especially in Vegas. 60 minutes, not enough here in Baltimore. We got to work a little longer. 13-all here on your home for the NFL. Who will stay alive in the postseason? Ravens win, they're still alive, but still need help. Steelers win, they're in. As assuming that Chargers-Raiders does not end in a tie, of course. And kicks away. And DuVernay from the 6-yard line. Cuts it back to the middle of the left side to the 20. And up to the 24-yard line. So the Ravens, touchdown here, finishes the job. However, a field goal gives the Steelers hope. So, only a touchdown or safety on first possession wins or a defensive score. After the first possession, it's sudden death. Huntley and the pistol start things off. And the call's to Murray, left side. Murray getting up to the 30, up to about the 35-yard line. That's going to move the chains. People in Vegas watching this game closely because a Raven touchdown here sends them to the playoffs. Fourth overtime game this season. Most in franchise history. Ravens 2-1. Calls to Murray, right side. Gets about 3 on the play. Gets up to 39, 2nd and 6. Huntley in the shotgun. Drops back. Looking. Now he's going to take off with it. Gets up to the 40 and slides down around the 42-yard line. We'll set up a critical third down. I think every third down in overtime is going to be critical. And of course, question is, will Big Ben have one last opportunity? Third, 2 from the 43. Huntley in the shotgun. And the call's to Murray up the middle. He's going to get a first down up to about the 47-yard line. And now Ravens slow to get up. I think if that's 65, it's Patrick McCary. 63, it's Tristan Colin Castillo. Okay, it's 65, so it's McCary. Games like this is why you become a sports fan. Exciting moments like this are heartbreaking moments. Calls to Murray. Murray gets a yard, if that. One team celebrates a jubilation. The other sulks in the sorrow of defeat. So, those of you who expect to see 49ers and Rams, that may be preempted just a little bit because of the overtime. So I'll get that as soon as this game ends. Huntley fires, passes, knocked down. As that was Akello Witherspoon getting his hand in there. And once again, another third down upcoming. I mean, he's not going for the big play. He just wants to make the simple defensive play. Just don't even give him the opportunity to make it. Huntley in the shotgun empty backfield. Drops, fires, passes, incomplete over the head of Andrews. So Big Ben will get one more chance at least. Looked like it was high behind Andrews. So Cook will punt it away to McLeod. And And McLeod fair catches it right around the 16. But at this point, next score wins. Big Ben has done it 52 times. And if he does it a 53rd, the Steelers are still in the hunt. And all they got to do is hope that Hell in a Cell does not come down to a tie. Of course, if the Ravens score and win this game, that's not really Hell in a Cell anymore. That is just Chargers need to win and they're in. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Drops back. Looking. Fires passes. Caught one-handed by Harris. Harris to the 20. 25. Gets up to the 28-yard line. It's going to move the chains. So a great one-handed catch by Najee Harris. And then a better job running to get the first. Great job after the catch. Harris's alma mater, Alabama, will be playing for a national championship tomorrow night. Roethlisberger in the shotgun on 1st and 10. 5:55 to go in the overtime period. Calls to Harris. Bounces it out to the 30, up to about the 31-yard line. Looks like the Ravens may have called a timeout. Or so I thought, because I saw a coach run out, just an injury. Houston walking off. Yeah. This is nerve-wracking. I don't even really have a horse in this race. So I can only imagine for the fans in the stadium and the players on the field how nerve-wracking this is for them. Especially because their season's at stake now. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Drops back. Looking. Fires, passes, incomplete. Just a little bit short of Claypool. And now we got a critical 3rd down upcoming. You got to get to the Baltimore 34 to give Boswell a chance. So we need 35 more yards. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Drops back. Looking. Fires, passes, caught. That Fryer moved up to about the 45-yard line. That's going to keep the chains moving. And keep this drive alive. Freiermuth had a critical catch on 3rd down to keep the drive alive. That got him inside the goal line. So need 21 more yards to give Boswell a chance. Again, those of you expecting to see 49ers and Rams on TSR, I will bring you that game as soon as this one concludes. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Drops back. Quick pass. That's Freiermuth. Make that Gentry. Getting a yard. So now 20 yards away. We're giving Boswell a chance. I feel like the Steelers have to score on this possession. Or at the very least, it will end in a tie. If not, Ravens winning this one. Because I don't think they're going to get another possession. Unless their defense could step up and make a play. So this is probably the drive right here for the Steelers. Roethlisberger behind center. Calls to Harris. And Harris is met up almost immediately, setting up third down. For the Ravens, I think they would love to force a turnover here and make life a little bit easier. Because then all they really need is a first down to give Tucker a chance. Roethlisberger in the shotgun on 3rd and 9. Crunch time, boys. Drops back. Looking. Fires. Passes. Caught. That's Johnson. Johnson's got the first down up around the 43-yard line of Baltimore. And once again, the Steelers coming up big on 3rd down. They were sluggish all day up until the 4th quarter. And they've converted 2 on this drive. And Johnson has to be careful not to get a penalty. That will knock him back. So now a first down puts him in field goal range. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Calls to Harris. Plowing, getting up to about the 41. How you holding up, King Savage? Bro, I know that you're probably a nervous wreck right now. Yeah, you're probably going to need to go see your doctor after this because your blood pressure's so high and your heart's... Yeah. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Drops back. Looking. Fires, passes. Is it a catch? No, it's not. McLeod could not haul it in. And yet again, we got a 3rd down. Oh, it slipped right through the hands of McLeod. Thought he could try to sell it and say, oh, I caught it, but was not meant to be. For right here, it would be a 59-yard try if they were to attempt it. And it looks like the Steelers are going to use a timeout. With 2:32 to go in overtime. And if the game ends in a tie, neither of these teams move on and the Raiders are in. So I think at this point, the Raiders are just saying, don't let the Steelers score. Rain not easing up in it a bit, so it's going to make for a tough field goal try for Boswell if they can't do anything here. Roethlisberger in the shotgun on 3rd and 8. Drops back. Looking. Fires, passes. Dropped! Johnson could not haul it in. So let's see what Tomlin does. Why did I say 1st and 10? It was... My goodness. Fourth and 8 upcoming. And they're going to go for it. Because this is pretty much their last opportunity. They're not going to send Boswell out. So if they don't convert here, that might have been their last chance. And the Steelers are going to have to use their 2nd and final timeout. So really, all the Ravens have to do is make a stop at the very least, can salvage a tie. If the Steelers get a first down, they still have a chance. So, in a sense, this is the Steelers' season right here. And what might be the final play for Ben Roethlisberger. People watching in Vegas who could benefit off of this. And it all comes down to this. Roethlisberger in the shotgun on 4th down. Drops back, looking, fires, passes, caught! First down Steelers, it's McLeod! And the Steelers still have a shot! Oh my goodness! Who else but Roethlisberger? You still alive, King Savage, bro? Oh, yeah. Now, I think at this point, the Steelers now might want to just work the clock, make the Ravens use their timeouts. In fact, that's what they did right there. The Ravens just used the timeout. So Mike Tomlin rolling the dice rather than trusting Boswell with a long field goal, and it pays off. At this point, all the Steelers have to do is not turn it over or lose yardage to have a chance. Roethlisberger behind center to calls to Harris. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And the Ravens are going to use their their second and final timeout. So again, all the Steelers at this point have to do is protect the ball and not lose a huge chunk of yardage to have a chance to fight on. A loud groan formed over Vegas after that completion to McLeod. Second and 10, Roethlisberger behind center. And the calls to Harris, left side. Harris to the 30, 25, 20, and up to the 16-yard line. And at this point, let's see if they decide to send Boswell out now. And again, 49ers-Rams following this game, so it might be a little bit into the game. It's already been preempted. So it might be middle of the first quarter before I get on because I got time to set up and all that. And Roethlisberger's final play, at least in the regular season, will be a kneel down. As we hit the 2-minute warning. So maybe perhaps waited a little too soon. How you holding up now, guys? 2 minutes in overtime. Still tied at 13 here on your home for the NFL. Program reminder, following the conclusion of this game, I will roll over and call San Francisco LA Rams. That's upcoming after this. Second and 11. So at this point, the Steelers, and they are indeed going to send out Boswell. This to put them in the driver's seat for the final wild card spot. People in Vegas watching a miss, and the Ravens still have a chance. From 36 yards. Snap. Kick. Up. Twirl the tail, Steeler Nation. You can tack it on. And all you need to do is hope there's a winner in Hell in a Cell tonight, and you're going to the playoffs. Oh, my goodness. Big Ben, final regular season game, and he makes it 53 come-from-behind drives. As for the Ravens, it's better luck next season. For the first time since 2017, you're going home. There will be no playoffs for you. What a game! Gigs Average Bro, you still there? Look, if you have to go to the hospital, I understand, man. You know, that was something. Final here in Baltimore. Pittsburgh 16, Baltimore 13. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with 49ers Rams.